Hello, crafters. Tom Creek with Creek Bank Creations here. Are you out there? Hello. Crafters, tonight in this video, Julie is going to be going over the freestanding tunnel card. Isn't that cool? You're out there. Tell us who you are and where you're from. Cool. Here's another version. That's the without shutters. This is the opening windows. And
What are you doing? We're not doing all those cards.
We're not doing all those
We're
cards?
doing one card.
Excuse me. Those are other versions of them. Hi, Karen. Hi, Carmen. This is the one we're doing tonight. Excuse me, I misunderstood my
We're
directive.
doing one card.
Yeah, everybody's coming on. Good to see you all. So we're going to be doing this one tonight, which means that brings us up to our weather bundle special. If you haven't got it already, that's the 4-die bundle special right here. That is a regular price $48.47 on sale. With the bundle for $33.99, you're going to save almost $14.50. And then also the bundle special for the window bundle. And that's normally $46.98 for both dies. With the total bundle, you get it for only $32.99. That's right, crafters, only $32.99. Going to save you almost $14 at a savings of $13.99. Now, I'm going to be giving away some cool stuff tonight. I'm going to give away...
You're
Wait.
giving stuff away?
Yeah, I'm just showing them what
You're
I'm
just
going to...
giving it away.
I'm just giving...
Just
I'm just going to give it away for
Just
nothing.
give it
For nothing,
away.
nothing, honey.
Somebody wrote a song about
Okay.
giving it away.
Just give it away. Going to give away the skunk die in honor of coronavirus and all these people with the face masks. Thought you could send a funny card with a face mask on it with our stinky skunk. Here's a sample card Julie made with the gatefold card and the skunk. So that's a $15 die I'm going to give away today. Can you see that? There it is. And I'm also going to give away a package of slide guides because everybody needs that. You can't have too many slide guides, right? And if we hit 90, I'm going to give away another apron, but we get so close. We were only 3 away last
We would
week.
have been there if it wouldn't have been for that crash.
Yeah, if the computer or the YouTube hadn't crashed, we probably would have done it. So with that, Mrs. Creek, are you ready to go?
I'm not ready.
She's not ready to go, so we'll keep talking. Be thinking about the trivia questions tonight. It's about show schedules and see what else. Oh, my garden. I know you're all very interested in my garden. Hi, Tracy Haas from PA, Teresa V from Michigan. Loretta Potts, good to see you again. Got your apron today. I bet it looks really good on you, doesn't it? So there's Sarah. There's Sarah Worthington from Northern Indiana. Good to have you back, Sarah. You about ready? She's getting close. Well, so should I tell them about the other special that's coming up next week?
Yeah.
Is that next week or this week?
That's Thursday. I'm ready. Let me.
Can I show them the card? Have you got the card?
Yes,
yet?
it's sitting right there.
This is the card. Where's it at? Where's it? Oh, this is right here. This is cool.
Yes.
Julie's going to do this card on Thursday, ladies. Check this out. See that little card? Y'all watch this. Pull this little doohickey there. Oh! Little flip-flop for you. Isn't that cool? And she made that card today. What?
Open it.
Oh, and it's still opens?
Inside is better than.
Oh, hold on. And then you,
Ooh,
smoking.
smoking.
Ooh, I burned my hands. It's so hot.
Smoking.
Check that out. Can you see the dimensions on the sunshine die there? I'll try to hold it to the light. Ooh, there it is. Isn't that cool? Awesome. And so with that, when are you going to post that special?
It's already posted.
To make that die, or make that card, and we're going to do that on Thursday, you're going to need these 4 dies, the slit die, the stitched square, the stitched rectangle, and the small stitch tags. Now that bundle special is typically, that would run you $67.96. We're gonna basically knock $20 off of it. Sale bundle price is $47.99. It's called the stitched bundle. Now, if you want to get ahead of the game and you have the stuff by the time she does it, that's great. That's cool. However, she's going to do the card on Thursday. So be sure to tune in for that because that's going to be a lot of fun. So now are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's ready. The old lady's ready. So, Julie's ready, so she'll be right back.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hello, Elizabeth. I wondered that as well about the stamp. Darren, what did you wonder? You kind of lost me there. So just a little, is the stitch dies like the one with the butterflies? No, Gina, the stitch dies are, they have multiple dies in them, and they cut the outside edge, and then there's a little stitch mark on the inside. So we have those in rectangles and squares and ovals and circles, and we're going to use the rectangles and squares. So if you don't have a set, you can hop on and get that bundle special, and you'll have my set. That'll be awesome. I have, just to update you guys, hello Angie, hello Bonnie. Whenever we do a YouTube live, there is a blog post attached to it. So I'm sure right now Tom's over there typing www.creekbankcreations.blogspot.com.
Yeah, of course.
And so anytime we do a card, there's a blog post attached to it. So if you're wondering what products I used, or you can't find something on the website, you can go to the blog and look at it. www.creekbankcreations.blogspot.com. Hello, Doris and Carla and Jennifer Jordan. How long it takes Tom to lick all the stamps? How long do you guys want to hang around? I could tell you a stamp story. Do you want to hear?
No.
Who's in favor?
No,
Who's in favor
no,
of a stamp story?
No stamp
Tell me
stories.
yes or no.
First of all, ask them, do they like the variety of stamps?
Do you
on
like the
packages?
variety of stamps? Yes or no on the stamp stories. Fill the feed. Let me see you. Let me see you. They're all telling me yes.
Of course.
Tell the stamp story.
The stamp story? Are you talking about your
Okay,
aunt's
let me
story?
finish what I was telling, and then I am going to tell you a stamp story. It will take us.
No, don't.
I can PG it. I can PG it. I'll PG it.
Well, which stamp story are you telling?
Okay.
No, don't.
So we are going to make the shutter flip card. Okay. And then here's what's cool about this. Once you learn how to make this basic card, you can make it in all different kinds of ways. I've been trying to focus on the sunshine cards for you guys because I want you to be able to make things with the products that you're buying. So that's why we're like really focused on the sunshine. And let's face it, we all need some sunshine.
Is there a link on our website
In our lives.
page for the blog?
The post office made her pick it up because it was suspicious because of all this.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry about that, Debbie.
Sorry, Debbie.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, so
Well, was it the question? Answer the question. Is there a link on your webpage for the blog?
yes, at the bottom of the website, if you scroll to the bottom, there's a direct link to the blog. Okay, so after a show is over, the next day, I go back to those blog posts and I put the YouTube video on that blog post. So that blog post is really important later if you want to, if you're like, oh man, they made that sunshine card, you can go back and find this blog post and watch it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do Thursday. And then, so we are using the weather die set and the paper pad. So having fun with that. And then did you see that, we're doing the inside fun stuff. And then next week, we're going to do some sunshine packages. So we're still working off of the sunshine theme because I want you to, use what you have. Like here's a little sunshine package. Okay, so next week we're going to do sunshine packages type things. What's great about what we're going to do next week is the projects that we're going to make, I'm making sunshine projects, but you can easily trade them out at Christmas for Christmas paper, and you can make them into Christmas projects. So I'm going to teach you some basics, and then you'll be able to transform it. So a few years ago, my aunt, here's the postage stamp story. Tom's over there shaking his head. I'm going to give him the PG version. My aunt moved to Chicago and lived with a man. And he passed away, and then she got sick, and then she passed away. And we went up to clean out the house. Tom's over there looking at me like, I cannot believe you're telling this story. So what we found when we got there was that, how do I say this in PG form? They had a lot of extracurricular activities and paraphernalia that most people probably don't have in their house. Like most people would only have a bullwhip in their house if they had a bull.
Can you say kinky?
Okay. Yes. So, it was a little strange, and my mom said nobody is cleaning out the master bedroom because nobody should have to look at all this stuff. I'm going to do it. And so my mom cleaned out the bedroom, and she came to me late in the afternoon, and she was very upset because there was something in the closet that she could not get out of the closet. And she said, you're going to have to come help me because I can't reach it. It's all the way back in the back. So I go get a ladder, go in get it. It's this giant grocery sack. I mean,
garbage bag,
huge garbage bag. I pull it down, and my mom's just sitting there, holding her breath as to what. Are you reading what the ladies are saying in the blog? There's all kinds of chatter.
On her hands.
Yeah. So the bag was postage stamps.
She'd been collecting
them for years. So that is why y'all are getting, when we ship, we're shipping with those postage stamps, and I've been shipping with them for 5 years. I think we used them before. Anyway, at least 4 years.
We're about out.
So that is the postage stamp story. It wasn't a bag of perversion. It was a bag of postage stamps. So there you have it. You got the PG version. So there you have it. Oh, there is more to the story, which I'm not allowed to say because my parents will disown me. In fact, if my mother's watching, she's going to kill me for even bringing this whole subject up because she finds it horrific. Okay. Was there any questions in there that I needed to address?
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
They're so interesting.
Yeah, very, very. I would love to tell you more because there was more funny stuff attached to that story. So when we're at a trade show, if we ever get to go anywhere ever again, ask me, say, Julie, I need to know about the Catholic Church and what the Catholic Church
don't go there.
has to do with that story. So I can't tell you now because it's just appropriate, just between you and I. Okay, we're at 62 viewers. That's awesome. We've got some thumbs up, which is awesome. If you enjoy our videos, if you'll give us a thumbs up, that so helps us. And if you share with your friends, maybe we can get 90 viewers to hop on tonight and make this awesome tunnel card. Here's what's fun.
Is the cloudgrass stencil available? Yes, Judy Austin, the cloudgrass stencil.
Okay, so why don't you type it in the chat? There we go. Every family has a story. You know, Doris, you're right. And some are, you know what? The truth is, I bet if you knew everybody's story, there'd be some strange. See, Nancy said it was appropriate for me to tell that story. Oh my gosh. Is Laura Machinos, is she on tonight?
So far, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, nope. Okay.
So anyway, let's move on. Yeah, you'll have to hit me up later when you see me. You're like, Julie, I was on that YouTube and you promised me that you'd tell me the rest of that story. Because, oh my, it's something else. Okay, so we're going to work on, yes, we are planning on being I
answered that.
Stampway. He's already answered that question. So just want to do one little plug here for River Retreat House. If you do not know that Tom and I own a river retreat house. We own a retreat house in Perrysville, Indiana. That house is specifically set up for crafting. So anytime, I don't know how far away y'all are, but we do have availability in River Retreat House, and we'd love to have that house booked up and filled up so that we can pay the bills. It's just the little things. So if you're interested, email me, Julie. My name is Julie Creek, at creekbc@gmail.com. So we're gonna make this card. We're using the freestanding tunnel card, which is a new product for us. Okay, and we're using pieces out of the weather set. Now, here's what's really fun about the the project that we have tonight. Diane, I have two girls that kind of what do you call those girls, Tom, that help us out? Diane Wilcox is in New York and Diane Morris is in Ohio. Both of those ladies, if you want their contact information, if either of you ladies are on tonight, would you like say hello and tell them like where you're from? So if they want to connect with you, they can. They teach classes in their homes and they help me out with design work. And so a lot of times, like some of the projects you'll see on Pinterest are made by the Dianes. We call them the Dianes in our house. And God just kind of brought them to my life. I'm very, very thankful. There's Diane Morris, and Diane Morris is in Ohio. So I don't know if the other Diane's with us tonight, but Diane, I think Diane
It's kind of
Morris.
like Daryl, my other brother, Daryl.
Yes.
Diane, my
Diane
sister,
and Diane, half the time we're like Diane, Ohio or Diane, New York. This Diane said, man, it'd be really cool if you could like hang something in that window and then like it could spin or something. And it got me to thinking about how we're working with the rain and the sun and the clouds,
big raindrops.
and how cool it would be if we could get rain to hang in our card. So there's Di Wilcox. We call her Di Y at our house. So Diane Wilcox is Diane, do you mind telling like what both of the Dianes, do you mind telling what town you're in? And that way if somebody wants to connect with you further, they can. So both the girls are really teachers at heart, which is what I love. And they have great ideas and they inspire me. So I'm very
Diane
thankful.
Wilcox is from Stafford, New
There
York.
we go.
New York.
Di Y is from Stafford, New York. So if you want to, if you're from that
Mendocino,
region,
Ohio is where Diane Morris is.
there we go.
Mendocino.
Blink and you miss it. Yeah, just like here. Okay, so
Minnesota.
that's awesome. Yeah, somebody said earlier, mentioned about Illinois, and boy, Illinois is just really in the crosshairs of a lot of really bad stuff right now. So we've been praying for Illinois because they're still under lockdown, and it is not a good situation. We live on the Illinois Indiana state line. Actually, we used to live in Illinois, and actually that's why we left Illinois. We are praying for Illinois because it's just difficult. It's still very difficult. So I think we're ready to get started. There's a lot of talking going on, isn't there?
There is, Mrs. Creek.
Ohio. Diane, are you still in like you got to stay in your house mode? Are you allowed to leave your house?
Elizabeth still can't find the icon for the blog posting on.
It's at the very bottom of the page. Can you type it in the chat?
I did.
The thing. It should be at the very bottom of the web page. So we're going to talk about the freestanding tunnel card. And to set this die up, I have created a PDF file for you. So if you go to the website and you look in our download area, there is a download for the freestanding tunnel card. We're in lockdown until June the 4th. Oh my goodness.
Who is?
Oh, is that Ohio? Ohio's, Linda, do you mean Ohio? I did not realize. Well, Michigan is, yeah, we need to pray for Michigan too. Oh, it's not, I'm sorry, it's really not funny. I think sometimes all you can do is laugh because it's so pathetic. July the 1st. Okay, so these other states need prayer too. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
So if I'm at the Creek Bank Creations website and I type in Blogspot, will it come up?
No.
Okay, what do I type in? Just
What do you want? What are you asking me? Sorry, ladies.
Elizabeth's trying to find.
Yeah, go to creekbankcreations.com. You should be able to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page,
Okay.
and there's a little icon down there for the blog. Oh my gosh, Norma, who's saying October? Norma Webb, Illinois, they are saying October. Oh, well, that's better than he was saying a year to 18 months. Crazy. So how are y'all handling that? Are you doing okay? That's just really, really difficult. We're in Indiana, and we're allowed to leave the house now.
Oh, wow.
Which is pathetic. But it has loosened up a little bit, and that's good. So we're thankful for that. And I think in a few days we have another phase we'll be moving into, which loosens it up even more. And we're all doing really good. Yeah, moving to Tennessee. Yep, I hear you. Okay, so let's go back to the die. So when you buy this die, you're going to find this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, and there's a banner. There's 4 pieces that are a banner. Wow. So the issue is you have this, and this is your base piece. So when you cut the big piece, you're going to get, oh, I thought I had one cut. I don't have one cut. Let me cut. Gotta have my extended platform. This die set does require the extended platform, the longy. So if you do not have you should have, when you buy your die, if you own a Sizzix machine, when you buy your machine, it comes with a long platform, but you probably have short cutting plates. You have to buy the long cutting plates additionally. So that's called the extended cutting plates. And if you need them, we do have them on the website.
By
Yes,
the way,
Tom.
they're 20% off too.
And if you use the code Sunshine, they are.
Also,
So let me cut one. Sorry, cut one here. Yes,
the Vagabond special that I ran last Thursday.
yes. Mr. Creek is extending the Vagabond
It was
special.
such a success. We're going to extend it
Okay.
for the next 2 weeks. So that's the Vagabond 2 for $134.99, and that is free shipping.
Okay.
Did you get that?
No, you can type it in the chat
Okay.
because I can't do 4 things at once. Okay, so this is the base, and it is the piece that cuts that box for you. So what you want to do is start with this, and then drop in that other shape so that you have perfect alignment. So what you want to do is go get the PDF file and print it off. And in my case, my printer printed it 2-sided for me. And then I'm going to show you how to set them up. I keep this in my folder with my die, and I use a ultra thin transparency on top of it. So I'm going to put my paper down. I'm going to lay my transparency on top of it. Now the transparency is the really thin stuff that's like right on transparency for overhead. Okay. And Tom, I thought I had 2 here and I only have 1. So you're going to have to get in my bag. And I have it right here. Okay. So ultra thin. This is the little cheap stuff right on transparency. You can buy it at an office supply store. I know some of you have been having trouble finding it, and they are using it for face masks for medical people, and that's why it's disappearing all over the place. So we are working on sourcing that for our own self, and we're also working on getting the heavier weight acetate back in stock, which has been a little bit tricky, but I think we have that figured out. So in a few weeks, we will have this, but for now, you just have to look around for it. You can use color laser transparency. You just want a thin something or other, anything you have, but you want it really thin because we're going to set your die up on it and we're going to run it through the die cut machine. So you don't want something that's heavy and going to be too thick for your die cut machine. So I'm going to turn the camera down. Any questions? How we doing? Looks like we're doing great. Will those plates work in a Big Shot machine? Pat, yes. The plates, the extended cutting plates
interchangeable.
are interchangeable. If it's a Sizzix brand, they are interchangeable. So that will. I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you what I have here on the deck. We're going to get started.
If it's a Sizzix brand 6-inch machine.
Yes, Sizzix 6-inch machine.
And the Vagabond and the Big Shot are both 6-inch machines.
Okay, so Diane said some plastic notebook dividers would work too. You just want really thin stuff. So I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you what we're doing with this setup. And can I tell you a secret? Are you ready for a secret? I designed this way for a reason. Because let's just pretend that you didn't want to use the rectangle, but you wanted to use a different shape. So in the future, we'll be looking at this more and I will be explaining to you how we can do other shapes in here, which will be even more fun. I'm going to turn the camera down. Doo-doo-doo. So let me put my card in there. Y'all tell me what you see. Wow, we got a lot of glare. You know, what happens if we turn it? I don't see that helps at all. Okay, so give me some feedback. How are we looking?
Is it not coming on your monitor?
Yeah, it is. I just like to know what they think. Looking good. There's Diane Schwartz joining it, hopping in. Okay, so I'm going to thank you, Darren. Okay. So here's what we have. We have gone to the website. We've got the free PDF. We downloaded it and printed it off. I will tell you, if you are tech savvy, you can actually buy transparency you can print on if you own a laser, and you could download this and then just print on the transparency.
Rhonda Mishler asked, is last week's PDF file correct on the website, or do we still need to email to send you an
The
email?
website is correct. And Vonda, thank you for bringing that up, because I do want to point out one other thing. When you go to print this, you're going to download it and you're going to print it. You need to open up the settings on your printer panel, and you should not be, there's an option there that says print to size, I think is what it's called, or fit to page. And most of the time when you guys print, you're doing fit to page. And that means that the size is not accurate. So you need to go into your settings. If you print this off and it's too big, you need to adjust in your properties of your printer panel in that little pop-up box so that you can fit it, print to size. You do not want to do fit to page. So I am taking that base die and I'm putting my 1/4 inch super tacky tape in 3 different places. And then I'm going to take my pick tool and pull off the liner. And then I'm going to turn it upside down. So what I have here is the printout that I have, and on top of it, I have a transparency. I'm going to put that transparency down in the corner so that I have a square edge right here. And I'm just going to set the die directly on top of the transparency. And you can see it should be an exact match. Okay, now we have the rectangle that came with the set. We're going to locate that, and that rectangle is going to fit right on that line. And now you have it centered exactly where you want it. So we're going to take our super tacky tape and we're going to put that down the 2 sides. And we're going to adhere it. This makes you set this up so that everything fits exactly and nothing is shifting on you. So you can set that in. If you go to put it in and it's crooked and you need to move it around, you could put undo on it to move it. And now you have your piece set up exactly the way you want it. And if you want to pop it out and put a different shape in there, you can. I'm going to trim that.
You mean like a heart?
You mean like a heart, baby.
How about a skunk with a mask?
How about a skunk with a mask? Yeah. Okay, so trim that out, and now you have your die and your piece set up perfectly. Here's what I wanted to show you. If you decide you don't want to use it like that anymore and you want to take this off, you can just go back in and peel that off, and you're good to go. And this I taped down probably maybe like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so keep your original PDF file that you print off, because after a few cuts with it, it starts acting weird. It wants to tear up on you. You just wear it out. So you'll have to make another one. If you keep your PDF file, you'll have it. So I'm going to do the second piece, and I'm going to do the same thing. Does that make sense, guys? I'm putting that right on the edge. I'm going to take my die, put my tape on it. So this is the setup for the freestanding tunnel card. This is a new die for us, and it is meant for you to be able to decorate in all manner of funness. Funness is a rubber stamping term.
I'm excited about funness.
Me too. Okay, so I have my piece there. I'm going to lay that right there. That's going to be my setup. I'm going to put this in the middle. And I try not to put tape on top of the ejection holes. You've got ejection holes right there, so I just kind of like work around it. Okay. Bob Fairchild. We're going to set that right in there. Man, see, it's a good thing he wasn't around when I told that story earlier.
Yes, oh my goodness.
You'll have to ask him if he was here for the first part. Okay, we're going to trim it out. And that's...
I think he's a big boy.
That's... Yeah, I think he is too. He likes big women.
Your aunt was there.
Okay, so we have the we have our setup now. So we have our base piece and it's ready to go, and we have our interior piece. So the card that we did last week, we cut that on white paper and the whole entire base. So this is what we cut on white paper. That gave us this white base. But I specifically wanted to share with you tonight a little trick in that, what if I want to put pattern paper on the front and decorate that front? Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to do that, because what we need is a exact lineup. So we're going to take our paper and we're going to take our pattern paper, and I am working with the Sunshine collection, and this is the 6x6 paper pad that I designed to go with this line, and it is full of fun, happy, bright patterns.
I just like to say that sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy.
It makes me happy too. I'm with you on that one.
Sometimes in my eyes it
Okay,
makes me smile.
so we're using these, and then we're going to use these papers we'll be using on Thursday night with the Shutter flip card, and I will be using them next week on the boxes that we're making. So we're going to be using the paper pad a lot. Now we're going to take our paper, we're going to set it up on top. So I have a 6x12 of white, and I have my 6x6 paper there. I'm going to set my die right on top of that, and we're going to run that through the die cut machine. We want to make sure things aren't going to shift, and we're going to hang with me here, get everything set up. I don't think this die has to be taped if you're worried about it moving around on you, and if the paper had an obvious direction, like a plaid or a stripe where that line was going to be really obvious, then you would want to tape it down. Now, do you hear all that terrible noise? That is the that is the husband.
You got my finger in there.
That is the die cut machine. We often get phone calls from people who tell us there's something wrong with their die cut machine. It's making a horrible noise. I'm like, nope, that's how it sounds. That's what it's doing. Okay, so that's going to be the outside layer. Now we have the inside layer. So we're going to take the second die and we're going to die cut that on some yellow paper. And I have already cut the yellow one inside piece. Okay. Now let's get rid of the extra goodies here and get down to what we need. What we wanted to do was put that blue front on our card. And we have this, which is way too big. I do not like gluing this down and then folding it, which you technically could do, because it is really hard to get a good clean fold once you adhere it. So here's my fix for that. I'm going to take my paper trimmer. I'm going to set that in, and I'm going to put that in the track of my paper trimmer, and there's a fold line there. I'm going to cut on the fold line. Make sure you have it straight. And we're going to cut off both sides on the fold. So if you don't mind adhering the fold and messing with the fold, then you could leave the folds on there. But I just think it works better if you could trim them off. There's my panel for the front of my card. Now, when you have a card that you're going to crush and mail, when you use tape to adhere this front panel, it doesn't work as well, I don't think, as if you use liquid adhesive. Liquid adhesive means it's stuck down and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to use my Art Institute, and we're going to use liquid glue on that front panel. So let's get a little liquid going and
get a little liquid going.
Stick that thing down. So I have the stand nozzle on this bottle because it controls the glue, if you're not familiar with that. We do have the nozzles. We're still waiting on delivery of Art Institute adhesive.
Bottle bobbles and assorted colors.
We do have the bottle bobbles. I'll show them that in a minute. So adhesive is being delayed by COVID for some reason. Okay, bottle bobble with that stainless steel head pin goes right there.
They had somebody fall in the vat of glue.
Somebody
COVID, and they had to
it's all contaminated. There you go. Can't have that. Okay, so there's my front panel. I'm going to adhere that down.
It dries clear.
Dries clear, and the nice thing about it is it just adds a little stability to the card. I just like the way the liquid does that. And you see there, I have a perfect match for my window, and now I can fold my card, and I have that front panel covered exactly the way I want it. So we're going to go around and train the folds all the way around. Now, this card has, really difficult to tell when you guys are looking at it like this, but I don't know if you can see from the top, the inside is stenciled. So we're going to stop and stencil the inside. So we're going to take our card, just kind of flatten everything down, do some stencil work. So whenever I do stencil work, I'm going to use my super tacky tape and put that right on the deck and give myself a piece of tape. And I'm going to put my card right down. Tape. Am I centered? Yes, I'm looking okay. So you guys, if things move off camera, you'll have to let me know, because I don't always get to see everything. I kind of have a little view here, but sometimes things get wonky. Sometimes actually things quit working because of the internet. So, okay, we're going to tape off the two sides, and that card has a fold in it, and I'm taping right on that fold. If you have trouble seeing the fold, then take a pencil and just gently put a little pencil in there so you know where it's at. I know some of y'all have trouble seeing, and I'm about ready to join your club. So we're going to tape. Now, I'm taping this off because I am a wild child with ink, and I inevitably, if I don't tape it off, I end up with a big mess. I'm going to put my stencil.
Well, even if you do have a big mess, you can't see it anyway most of the time because you can't see.
Yes, and then there's that. Oh, okay. We're going to tape down that stencil because we don't want it moving on us. So the tape that you see in this picture is the Thermal Web stencil tape. And we do have that on the website. We're going to tape that down. So we want to center it. I'm not sure I have it centered. Center. So the stencil is sun rising. Did I say that?
Did you?
I don't.
I don't remember.
You're supposed
That
to.
is what the
You're
stencil
supposed
is,
to be
yeah.
helping. Did
You
it
can't
dry
see it, I
out?
can't remember. So put the
Okay,
two together, what do you got?
yeah, we got troubles. Okay, we're gonna take our J brush, and this is our stencil brush that I invented for stencil work, and it has this head that moves up and down.
What do you
for
call
the
that brush?
It's called the J brush. We're gonna pull the head, we're gonna pull that back tonight, we're gonna leave it back, and we're gonna start on the tape and work our way around. So because we kind of want this sun to radiate out, we're gonna get a lot of color in the middle and work our way out. We do not ever want this brush to come in contact with the line on the outside edge of the stencil because we don't want a definite line on this project. So we're just gonna keep going around and building up color. So the brushes come without the color band. This one has the yellow band on it because I've marked it as my yellow brush, and we use one brush per color family. Okay, we've got a nice pattern going there. We're gonna pull up our tape, and that's really pretty. We're gonna shift it just off a little bit. So what we wanna do is keep our center pattern, shift a little bit, and we wanna move the ray so that it's on a white part of the card and tape it back down so it doesn't shift. And we're gonna go back in with more color. So when I pick up color, I'm going side to side with the brush, and then I'm always starting on the tape and working my way around. You'll have to go back and look in the pods if we have it or not.
Okay, we wouldn't give it the Catherine Pooler, would it?
Well, it's in that section if we have it. We have white ink from time to time around the holidays, and I don't know if we have right now. Okay, so when you go back in with your second and third color, you want to go a little bit lighter. I like to have one really dark gray and then the rest of it kind of just fill in. And when you do your color, you want to make sure that you don't get that brush on that outside line because you do not want a line. There we go. Really pretty. Okay. There we have nice sun ray background. Now that has a lot of white on the background. We want to get rid of some of that white. So we're going to start over here on the purple tape and we're going to go around. And what we're going to do is just get rid of that whiteness. And we really just want to work the yellow that's in the brush out of the brush. You really don't even need to pick up ink. Just use what's in the brush and work it out. Move it all around. We want to get rid of the white. Now I definitely have a pretty white ring right there. So I am gonna pick up a little bit of ink. I'm gonna start here and I'm just gonna go in the center and darken that up for contrast. Okay, and that is our stencil work. So the J brushes are $6.99 each. There's a price for 6 brushes and a price.
The 6-pack is $39. The 8-pack is $52. Plus they get 20% off.
There you go. There you go. Okay, we're going to remove the tape. And because I want to make sure the tape is not going to tear up my card, I'm putting undo on it. That allows me to lift the tape without tearing. Now we have our background. Now remember, when we started in the beginning, we put that piece of tape down. So we're going to put some undo on that. And that is going to allow us to lift that off of the deck and not tear up our card. Undo, acid-free, photo safe. I do not have to worry about that messing up my card or creating a problem with the ink moving. It's going to dry and evaporate in about a minute, maybe 2. Okay, that's our background. Nice. We're going to fold this tab in on the right, and we're going to put adhesive all the way down that edge. And I'm doing it right along the fold there. Nice piece of tape. There's our card set up. Okay, now we have our panel that goes on the inside that we've die cut. It has 2 folds on it. So we're going to train the 2 folds. Sarah, thank you for the kind words. Y'all are the best. We're going to put tape down both sides. So that stencil, Sun Rising, if you don't have that stencil, is just a great stencil to have in your stash. And we are going to use it on Thursday to do the inside panel. And we're going to do the same thing, only we're going to drop in the sunshine die with it. So lots of great things you can do with that. Tape on both sides of the panel. And then this panel, we are going to drop in a sun. And I wanted that sun to sit, show you here.
Are you halfway through?
I will be in a minute. How many viewers do we have? 77. So I wanted the sun to be right in the middle of the opening. So I have cut a piece of acetate to go in there. We're going to put a piece of acetate, and then I die cut the sun out of the weather die set. So that's the sun from the weather die. And I die cut it off of the pattern paper that comes in the sunshine paper pad. And on the back is my super tacky tape. So this is designed, the sun is, so you have an innie and an outie. We're going to pull this off, and we just need the innie today. We're just going to use the inside. So pull that off, and you can save the outies. I actually just, all these outies that I haven't used, I just throw them in a bag and think maybe I'll have some creative idea for it later. Okay, so we're going to take our transparency, and this is the thin stuff. If you have packages, you can use clear packaging. I had one lady tell me she was using page protector. That's fine. This piece measures 3.5 by 5. Okay. We're going to take our yellow piece, turn it over, and we're going to put tape all along that inside edge. Now, what would be really amazing and awesome is if you had, if you turned this into a shaker card. And I haven't gotten to that yet, but now that I've mentioned it, I bet
Use some of that sunshine.
somebody comes up with a really creative idea. Yeah, you could put the sunshine confetti in the background and be awesome. So I started a Facebook group on Creek Bank Creations page, and it's a group called Creek Bank Creations Creativity. And if you join that group, you go to our Facebook page, Creek Bank Creations, you can join the group, and you can
CBCC for short.
Sure. Sure, Tom. You can join the group, and then when you make projects, you can post them there. So I would love to see if you've been making sunshine cards, post there, and everyone can enjoy them. It'll be interesting to see what you've come up with. Sharon posted her sunshine card. If you joined us last Thursday and we had that internet YouTube crash thing going, I did refilm that entire card and posted that video on our YouTube channel in its entirety. And I will tell you, there is a really cool tip at the very end of that video with the embelly jelly that you have not seen before. So if you've already watched me do the first part of that card, then you won't want to watch the whole thing, but you want to watch the end. I'm a little long here. I'm going to trim that. It's hitting the fold. So did that make sense, ladies? I put my clear panel in, and I put my sun on there for my background. Trim that out. I'm just hitting the fold a little bit. Too much talking, not enough paying attention. There we go. So now we're ready to drop that in and add it to our card. Tom, do you have a interesting? Do you have interesting?
Yes.
Do you have a question? Tom has some free stuff to give away. Who wants to win a free prize? Type in the chat, me, if you want to win a free prize. What's your question, Mr. Creek?
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? I'll get over there. Okay. This is for the Corona skunk die.
Okay, Vonda's asking a question, so we need to go back.
Vonda's questions.
Vonda, oh, they're all saying me. Okay, good job. Hey guys, when you type in the chat, it's so good for video. So thank you so much for typing in the chat. When you guys type in the chat, even if it's just me, YouTube thinks that we're doing something amazing.
Okay.
And it's good for us. So thank you for playing along and do that. Oh my gosh, my dad's watching. Hello, Dad. Everybody say hello to Ron Steyer. That's my dad.
All right.
So
All right.
good thing he wasn't here earlier.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Here's a question.
Okay, hold on. Ladies, did you see how I glued that in? I should stop. I pull my tape and put the panel in right there on the side, right along that line. And then I'm going to pull that down. And I've got tape there. So right in the fold, I'm going to adhere that. And I'm crooked. You want to be straight. Okay. What's your question, Tom?
Donna's question was.
I'm straightening myself.
Did you take some colors out of the stuffing for sunshine? Yours was just yellow. Online it has green in it. And the answer is, it's the way the light reflects. It's actually a reflective yellow, and when the light reflects it.
She's talking about the shake and rattle?
Yes, because look,
We're not working with shake and rattle though.
she was asking about it.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, so Tom's saying, Vonda, to answer your question, it's the way the light's hitting it. It should be all yellow.
Now I have a packet in my hand, and it does look green right in my hand right now.
Okay.
But when I turn it a different angle,
Yes.
it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
It's kind of iridescent.
Yes. They're saying, bring on the new stuff, the free stuff.
Okay. All right. Question.
Oh. Can't
All
hear
right,
Tom.
crafters.
What Tom is saying is she was asking about the confetti and why it looks like it's different colors.
The yellow.
The yellow, it's
sunshine.
the sunshine. Can you bring that over here? The sunshine confetti. And she's saying it looks like it's green and that hers was all yellow. And it's all yellow. It's the way the light is hitting the top of the package that's making it look like it's different colors. So this is a new product for us, the shake and rattle filling.
Okay.
Sunshine.
All right, crafters.
Okay,
ready for the
here comes
question,
Tom with the
okay?
question. Are y'all ready?
Last Saturday was a gardening day at the Creek family. Some of you may have saw the pictures on YouTube. My son and I planted
Facebook.
4 items in our garden last Sunday. If you can name 2 of them, you win the die. Okay? So, name 2 of the 4 things that we planted last Saturday.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So they're all guessing. I'm going to grab a die while you're guessing. So the front of this card,
85 are watching, by the way.
85 guys, we only need 5 more viewers and Tom will have another prize for us to give away. So if you share the video, maybe we can pick up those extra 5. That would be amazing. Do they have to guess both?
Both.
So you should be putting 2 comments in the feed. Okay, so we're going to work with the weather die, the cloud that goes on the front of our card. And I want to show you how I set that up and how I do that. So we've got our cloud going here. And what I do, this is the cloud die. And we're going to stamp and then go back over it with the die. So this is the Sunshine Sentiment stamp set. It is on the website, and all of the cards that I've been doing lately, we've been using this, and we're going to use it again on Thursday when we make the shutter card. The word sending is on this set. So you can see all these things coordinate and work together really well. And we are going to use tonight, I am here for you, rain or shine. So it's a combination of these stamps. Okay. And so here's what I want to do. I want to show you how I do this. If I know this is what I want, I'm going to take the die, I'm going to put it on my paper, get my paper ready, and I'm going to use my pencil to trace all along that outside edge, all the way around, and myself that pattern. Okay. Oh. And then I'm going to set my stamp on there and stamp so I can see exactly where I need to stamp. And then I can go back, put my die on top, and die cut. So that's just a little tip of how I stamp and die cut.
You keep guessing.
Nobody's guessed yet.
A lot of people have gotten one, but nobody has gotten both.
Okay. And there's 84 people watching. Okay, so we are going to take our cloud, and we are going to want to put our cloud right there in the front of our card. But what we want to do is add those little raindrops, right? Put the little rain in there. So we are going to die cut the rain on the that comes in the weather die. And I have die cut those ahead of time, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me die cut. So I just went into my scraps and found some blue metallic paper. And whenever I have paper that I put super tacky tape on the back, I put all that paper in a folder. And then when I need a little piece like this, I die cut it. So we have our little raindrops. I'm going to turn my cloud over, and I'm going to put super tacky tape across the back wherever I want my little rain clouds to be. So we're going to put 2 of them on there. Okay. We're going to pull that off. And those little raindrops are hanging on a clear piece of sewing thread. So I like to use sewing thread because it is super fine. Now, if you do have problems...
Oh, David Starkey got it right. Cantaloupe and watermelon, that's right.
If you have problems with your vision, you can use a heavier fishing line and you'll be able to see it a lot better. This is sewing thread, and let me tell you, it is really hard to see. So what I do is get to the end of it and put a piece of purple tape on it and put the tape right above where my super tacky tape is. So I'm going to pull this up so you can see. Super tacky tape is holding my string down, and we need 2 of those. We're going to do 2 little rain streams, which this is just fun. So I'm going to get another piece of purple tape, and I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to pull that piece straight down. And hold that down with my tape. Okay, so you can think about what kind of things would you like to hang inside the freestanding tunnel card, and you would use the same method on the inside. And just using that purple tape to hold that top, you can see exactly where the top is of that thread. So I'm going to put that right there. Put that there.
How different is purple tape from stencil tape?
Purple tape, I think, is stencil tape. I mean, they call it stencil tape. So I would imagine it's the same thing. I'm going to look here to see if I have my length long enough, and I'm going to make it a little bit longer. I'm not sure I'm long enough. I'm going to hold it down here. So if you use the tape to hold your thread, it will keep it from wobbling. And I know you guys probably can't even see this thread because I can barely see it. There we go. We're going to put a little bit here.
We only need 4 more for now.
We only need 4 more viewers. So if you can share, that'd be great. So these little raindrops already have my super tacky tape on the back. So when I cut them, they're already a sticker. I'm going to pull the liner off and place my raindrops right on top of that thread.
Raindrops keep falling on my
So
head.
if you have trouble with your vision, oh, you can't. And I'm going to keep the box right here so I can see, like, how much space do I have? If you get it too far spread apart, you're going to have a problem. If you have trouble seeing the thread, you can go to the Walmart and
Won't
get
that
a
stick to the
heavier.
paper?
Yeah, it will a little bit. I'll have to kind of pull it up. I'm not done yet. The magic is not done. Yeah. So what we're going to do is get these kind of set. You can get heavier fishing line that's easier to see if you have vision problems. Now I'm going to peel another one. So what you want to do is if you're doing 4 raindrops, then you need to duplicate and you need to have 8. So I'm going to slide that right back behind there. And we want those to sit exactly on top of each other. And that's the tricky part, but you can do it. Line it up and get it to sit where you want. And now we have blue on the front and blue on the back. How fun is that? So this is just a great card to send someone who needs a smile on their face. I'm going to pull that up a little bit, and we're just going to slide that right under there and line them up. Push them down. So a little bit tedious, but well worth the effort. So if you made a Christmas card, if you were doing this for Christmas, you could hang an ornament in there. What else would you like to hang in your freestanding tunnel card? I'd love to hear your ideas. One more. I think we need a balloon die because a balloon would look really cool.
Snowflakes, somebody said
Snowflakes.
John
Oh,
said
snowflakes would be really
Christine
cool.
Anderson said leaves. Sharon said snowflakes. Fireworks. Ooh, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah. Okay, so
Gun drops? Is that the same thing as gumdrops?
gumdrops.
I like gumdrops.
She didn't
Spider
say.
for Halloween.
Oh,
Dog
a
and
spider.
cats.
You got to write that down.
Dog
That's
and cats,
good.
raining cats and dogs.
Oh, who said that? That's good.
Gina Edens. Balloons
Oh,
would be good.
you guys are good. Those are
Ghosts,
great
butterflies,
ideas. Listen to you.
How about cornflakes?
Awesome, awesome,
Frozen
awesome.
Jellyfish.
I love y'all. Okay, now we've got our raindrops hanging there, and we have that tape there that's holding that in place. So what I want to do is just get a scrap piece of paper.
Ooh, cow and a moon. And the cow jumped over the moon.
Great idea. Are you writing all these down?
Well, they're all in the thing here.
So I'm going to just put a piece of scrap paper right on top of where the tape is and push down really hard. And that's just going to embed that paper, yeah.
Easy for you to say. Sharon said money. Put money from the one hanging from there.
Yeah. It's
Fish
going to
dangling.
adhere the fishing line into the adhesive.
Doris said underwater scene of fish dangling. How about fish on a stringer like you've been fishing?
Yeah. We got all kinds of good ideas. Okay.
Small round circle with the saying pennies from heaven. Flowers with rain. April showers bring.
Okay, so we've got our sun there. We need to put our cloud in there. So we are going to take
Hearts.
our adhesive, and I am going to just put a little drop of liquid adhesive on the right and on the left, a little bit. So we are on 82 views.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finishing this up. Do you have another
Yes.
something to give away?
Yes, I'm going to give away a package of slide guides.
Package of slide guides. So
Package of
the
slide
slide guides
guides.
are used on the slide cards. They're used on the spinner cards. They're used on the barn door cards. So we just use those for a lot of creative things. We're going to set that right in there. So the two edges, we're touched on the edges, and open up our card. Whoops. I like to turn it over and push it down. Get it straight. There we go. Push it down. let that sit. Yes, Mr.
Are you ready
Creed.
for the question?
I'm ready for the question.
Okay, all you sports fans out there. By the way, these are the slide guides, ladies. One package of slide guides. Packet of 24, males and females, 24 sets. Okay,
Bats.
what major sporting event in Indianapolis is scheduled the same weekend as the Indianapolis Heirloom Rubber Stamp and Scrapbook Convention this year? What major sporting event?
Okay, I'm gonna put a piece of tape on that bottom edge. I'm gonna.
Oh, Judy Retz has got it.
Judy was
Right
on
out,
it.
right out of the blocks. Judy Retz is the winner.
The Indianapolis 500 is usually on Memorial Day weekend, and it got rescheduled. So we're gonna pull those little threads down and push our rein right into that tape, or put that thread right into the tape. Trim off the excess. I have a little bit of thread showing down there. Whoops. There we go. Push it down. Trim it off. There we go. Now we're going to take a scrap of paper and we're going to cover up that piece of tape so we don't have stickiness exposed. Push it down really well. And I really like to take the pick tool, or you could use the bone folder and push that down so that you're pushing the thread way down into the tape. And I have a piece of string here I need to trim. So do we know the address of the person?
Mm-hmm.
And there we have our rain following. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. I'm here for you, rain or shine. We need to close our card. So this is going to fold flat. Now, the great thing about this card is that it does fit in an A2 envelope. You might want to ask for the postmaster to hand cancel it so it gets treated special. But we're going to pull that flap around and stick that down right on that edge. And that gives you the box that folds flat or stands up. And now you have a sunshine card to give away. So I'm excited to see what you make with the tunnel card. And I'd love to see the weather projects that you're working with. If you've made cards, you can go to our Facebook group, Creek Bank Creations Creativity, and you can upload them. I would love to see what you're doing. And I hope that you'll come and join me on Thursday. I'm going to pull the camera up. So hang on. Anybody have any questions? I'm going to pull the camera up. I'm coming up. There we go. Any questions for anybody? Anybody have questions? So do they understand that we're not going to be at the Heirloom Festival? Did you explain that?
Yeah, that we're scheduled for Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, but did you explain Chicago's?
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. So, okay, awesome. So we use the weather bundle special tonight and that freestanding die, which you can also get in a bundle special. Listen, I know that all of you everyone has a difficult thing. Everybody's got a difficult stuff to deal with right now. So I just want to encourage you that the sun's going to shine again. That's why we're working with the sun. And if you didn't get to hear us last Thursday, I put a little thing on the blog or on our Facebook page about the rain and about how I really felt the Lord speak to me to look. And so really love to see on that Facebook page, the Creek Bank group, creativity group, if you have a story about the word look and hearing the word look or listening for the word look, I'd love to see that. Really gives me encouragement to know that we have a Heavenly Father who loves us and has encouraging words for us. And I just think sometimes we just don't hear them. So it's encouraging to hear other people share their story about things that have happened that give them courage and scriptures that are encouraging. So that group's formed so that we can all kind of have a community there and share. And Tom and I just want to tell you how much we are thankful for you joining us tonight and making cards with us. We look forward to it. Our week is built around this, and we're really, really thankful that you're joining us and enjoying the process with us. Tom, are you coming over, or am I signing off on my own?
Hold on here.
Tom's over there like.
Hold on.
So we are underway with the garden. The sweet potato slips are supposed to be in this week. Our county health department is giving us sweet potato slips.
Sweet taters.
So we'll be planning.
Oh, why'd you tell them that? Because that could have been.
Oh, that was a question.
You're not supposed to
Whoops!
say that.
Don't tell that we had sweet potatoes. So
Hey, crafters, we're glad to have you. Did you have anything else to say?
no, I'm out of stories.
Lord bless you and keep you. Can't
Will
wait to
you
see
be in Lancaster? Nancy wants to know.
Lancaster, PA. No,
Wait, that got rescheduled.
Right now, Nancy.
Lancaster. Oh no, we were going to Allentown.
We're going to Allentown.
Allentown.
Supposed to be going
Sorry.
to Allentown. You know when?
Mm-mm.
Isn't that in August?
July.
All the dates have changed. We're going to be out there sometime soon.
Yes, and here's the deal. Even though we didn't plan on going to Lancaster this year, it's not on our schedule.
It could change.
We could show up in Lancaster because
as different shows get rescheduled.
it's just crazy. I'm not sure. It's crazy right now here.
Crazy town.
So we're just trying
Crazier
to
than me.
take one day at a time, and
Yeah,
we are hoping we get to go somewhere this year. Somewhere, anywhere.
Just get out of here. Well, hey, we'll see you Thursday, okay? Thanks for joining us. Bye.
All right. The Lord bless you and keep you. Thanks so much.